Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this crazy world we're living in. So this just a short video. I saw Debbie speaking, a video of Debbie J. Slater's mum speaking on BBC One. And I want to share it with you, and I want to read you the article from Lancashire Live about what Debbie had to say about how awful it was to deal with the trolls and people, who still even to this day don't accept what she's had to accept, that Jay's death was a tragic, Jay Slater, his death was a tragic accident. So I just want to share it with you. I know you'll give me your thoughts in comments. Please be respectful always to Debbie, to the family. Let's see what she had to say. My heart breaks for this woman. Really, really does. So, of course, we've got the Channel 4 documentary coming up in a couple of days. And that's why this week there's been a lot of attention again on Jay's sad, tragic accident.
Just insane. I think I just had a breakdown. It was just insane. It was just it's this, it's that every day. We'd get back and get together after they'd all been out searching, and it's like, yeah, it could be this, it could be that, and yeah, just.
Did you trust that the social media companies would take down those posts? And kind of what was the conversations you had with them about, this is clearly untrue, you need to remove it? Did you have those conversations?
Well, to begin with, I mean, I wasn't just focusing on social media like all the time. It's only probably recently that I have seen the worst of it.
Luckily, really, because of course it was just crackers, wasn't it? And Debbie was out there looking for, they were looking for her son who'd had disappeared. And just imagine, just the thought of all that going on. You've got to go to a foreign country where you don't understand the language. Your son's disappeared. You have no idea what's happened to him. And all that's going on, and the things that they were saying about Debbie, and likening her to Karen Matthews, Shannon Matthews' mum, and some people was, really, when you think about it now, it is really crackers, but it is very hurtful. Saying she was her sister, and all this kind of thing. I mean, ridiculous things.
I mean, at the beginning, obviously, social media were great to spread awareness when Jay was missing. But then when you see the dark side of it,
yeah,
and you think, like, what are these people saying? And you...
Well, that's it. Social media, at the end of the day, of course, they wanted the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe was successful, and that helped, pay for searchers to come, etc., and putting the family up, because they had to stay there. These are all unexpected expenses. That's what you got, so not only are you looking for your son that you don't know what's happened to him, and you're probably going to end up having to take him home in a body bag one way or another. You've got to have accommodation. You can't work. You've got to be off work. The family, there was her, there was Warren, there was Zach, the brother. There's other people, probably friends that were supporting her, comforting her, etc. It's just so much, that was positive, though, as well, about the social media, about the GoFundMe being successful. But then, of course, people didn't like that, did they? Even people who hadn't even, to me, if you haven't put any money towards a GoFundMe, what has it got to do with you? Anyway, people did think it's got something to do with them, people who weren't going through this. I hope they never have to go through this, but being so nasty, that's the dark side, isn't it, of social media, the nastiness. But then, of course, the good side, yes, spreading the word, money coming into the GoFundMe that could pay for them to bring those searchers over. etc., and all sorts of things, their accommodation. So it's social media, like everything else, really. There's good and bad, and you do have to take the bad with the good. You know, once you put yourself out there, you are going to get negative attention as well as positive attention. But I do think it went over the top in this case. You know, like people phoning her and saying that they'd kidnapped him, or sending those photos of people that weren't Jay and saying it was Jay, and it got completely out of hand. And I don't know why that is. Why in this particular case it got so out of hand, like with the Nicola Bulley case, I suppose. Whereas other cases don't get so out of hand, do they? But maybe it's just the mystery of it.
Report it, and you do think, well, yeah, they'll take this content down, but they don't remove it. So it's just
They don't.
There does need something, you know, something needs to happen, because obviously we're not the first family to suffer through social media and misinformation, and it is that misinformation. You know, I mean, we had Jay's inquest, the facts were there, nobody wanted to believe what had really happened, and you know, the professionals that had put it out there, you know, they were reading what, you know, the result. Jay had a tragic accident, and they still, you know, they don't believe them facts. So I just don't want another family to have to go through what we've been through. It's absolutely.
Let's have a look at this article. Jay Slater's mum reveals horrific accusations from trolls as she fights back tears on BBC Breakfast. That was the video we've just seen. She candidly spoke about her teenage son's tragic death and discussed being falsely accused of murder by sick online trolls. I mean, yeah, she was even accused of killing him herself. And as we know, the 19-year-old vanished while on holiday in Tenerife in June last year, and his body was found in a remote location near Masca 4 weeks later. And the inquest into his death concluded that he died while trying to navigate challenging terrain, with his injuries being consistent with a heavy fall from height. So this is all to plug the documentary in a way, isn't it? The Disappearance of Jay Slater, which will delve. I am looking forward to seeing it. I mean, the nuggets that they've sort of released are very interesting, you know, things that we haven't heard before. It'd be illuminating, if you like, to see the actual family speaking. So although it was determined that there was no third-party involvement in Jay's accidental death, Debbie revealed that their family have been subjected to shocking allegations from trolls. So apparently she slammed the armchair detectives that took to social media to share their theories on Jay's whereabouts before his body was found, and called for tougher regulation. And she was sitting alongside Annalise Edwards, who directed the new documentary set to air this Sunday. And Debbie said the effect it had on her family was unbelievable at a time that they were feeling desperate. There he is, you know, his smiling face. I mean, he's forever 19, but he's a very handsome boy. She spoke of being sent video and CCTV footage that clearly wasn't Jay, as the family continued the search alongside the authorities, not knowing what was real and what wasn't. And Debbie said the conspiracies blew up even more when her son's body was found. She said when the facts were out there, people didn't want to believe the truth. Still to this day, they're still talking rubbish. Really, I hope she realises I don't. Some people do, of course. Oh, I accept cookies. I accept. We were just a desperate family, and when they found Jay, we were a grieving family. It doesn't feel like there was any sympathy there. These people just sensationalized it all online. which of course a lot of people. So you've got a family who've been through the most awful experience. They've lost their son. They're being trolled, she said. It just evolved. You couldn't keep up with what was happening online, and it's still happening. It's happening right now. It's just horrendous. It's not okay at all. The things that the family have been accused of, murdering Jay, being part of a huge conspiracy for money, etc. So, you know, as always, as I say, let me know what you think. More to come on Sunday, of course, in the documentary. Oh, and she also said that Jay's friends and other family members dragged into this whole made-up story. It was unbelievable, really. And she said that in the beginning they were so desperate they wanted to believe some things that were being shared were true. She revealed that people were also sending direct messages to her phone saying Jay had been taken, and that misinformation surrounding Jay still continues despite the facts have been established. Yeah, conspiracies that Jay's own family members had killed him, or that the whole thing was a scam for money. Gosh. Right, well, you'll let me know what you think, and as always, and yeah, we'll be looking forward to the Channel 4 documentary, and then we'll have a chat about that. I'm going to record it. I'm going to try my best to record it, and then we can talk it over next week. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Rest easy, Jay. And I hope the family are coping okay now. But I'll see you really soon in the next video. And until then, may your God go with you.